What is up? How
What's going on, everybody?
the heck are you guys tonight? Yeah, we're back.
Yes, and 2 weeks in a row. This is like bonus coverage right here.
This week we brought the music back too.
Yep. Danny, just to start off real quick, before we go anywhere else,
Yep.
have you got any word on Fright Fest for Six Flags yet?
Nope.
Cedar Point made an official announcement today. There will be no Halloween this year. But
there
we're
are
lucky.
doing falls festivals.
Yep, the last day will be November 1st. Just got announced today. I believe Kings Island is going to be doing the exact same thing. Although on the flip side of Cedar Fair, Carowinds and Kings Dominion announced today they will not open.
Makes sense.
Not that it's a surprise at this point in time. I mean, Virginia is a little further south. They probably couldn't be open much past November. North and South Carolina, you know that weather's kind of iffy off and on.
No, actually,
you're going to have a rough time doing it too.
Carowinds stays open for Christmas.
Yeah, but
it's just
to open this late in the season.
I mean, it's more the governor down there, I believe, is keeping everything closed. So
what they're having to deal with two governors. Carowinds.
This is true. The split.
And Jonathan brings it up, the elephant in the room. How would you like to be on Splash Mountain right now?
I would love it. That would be
it would be great.
Epic. Oh, man. Jonathan, I'm glad you brought it up because it was coming up tonight and you know it.
Yeah. And you know what?
It was.
It's not the first time it's happened.
wait. Let's go back before all this started. Let's go back a few months. Back, was it February or so? Or, and when the park presidents and stuff, the Disney who was in charge of Disney switched hands. What happened that day? Down went the Jungle Cruise.
Yeah.
So we're having issues at Disney with boats.
Yeah.
Do we get on the ferry now? Nah. I'll go to the monorail.
I'll say the ferry, no, that's not as well patrolled for gators as, say, Jungle Cruise is. And Splash Mountain, I would say, is probably pretty safe. But
my mother is saying that the Radio City canceled their Christmas show this year too.
That is huge news because I don't think that a Radio City show has ever been canceled.
Nope.
It's one of the, I mean, you think about landmark things that happen.
They canceled the Macy's Day fireworks up there. They canceled all the parades up there. The LBGT community, they canceled that parade. That's a huge parade in New York City. They canceled St. Patrick's Day up there in New York City, which is huge.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's Irish in New York on that day.
We're looking at Radio City Music Hall canceling. You know what's next. You know what's next being canceled in New York.
Macy's Day Parade.
Going to be exactly.
I mean, it's coming. I mean, whether it doesn't matter where you stand politically on this issue, it just makes sense. You got people on one side that's going to say, "Oh, it's just scare tactics." You got people on the other side going, "Oh, they could, they're not going far enough." Here's the thing.
And then my mother saying New Year's Eve. That's going to be right after.
Oof. You know what? I think I think New Year's Eve will be a game time decision. I mean, I hate to say this because
it's not going to be a game time decision. Look at how many people cram into Times Square. Okay,
but where it's at compared to all these, the Christmas shows and the timing of the Christmas shows, you're looking at that gateway time of possibility of vaccine. They're looking. I was reading 3 different reports from 3 different sides of the fence, really, that the phase 3 clinical trials on a couple of these are already moving along. So I'm not saying that I agree with it or don't agree with it. You know me.
You're also looking at it being flu season too.
Yeah.
That's.
I mean, yeah, but we know that the several different flu vaccines that are available, we know that they are highly effective. They're not greatly effective. I mean, they're not 100%. I mean, they say that it's about a 66% hit or miss, plus or minus, but
Yep.
That's good odds. If you can get the same results from this vaccine, I mean, then you're talking about what they consider starting a herd immunity on it. I mean, but either way,
exactly.
I think they're going to wait that out probably until October and see what this data is coming back. Then that gives them time to shut it all down.
Here's my thing is, it'll happen when it happens.
Yep.
I'm just here to bring these guys over here in this chat, same as you.
Yep.
A fun time.
Yep. And that's all we're going to talk about.
That's it. I was on the radio today.
Radio?
Sure was.
What were you? Were you requesting your favorite Justin Bieber song?
No. It was like a talk radio station here in Atlanta that I listened to for the traffic. But the guy that is Mark Aram, so he's from New York originally. So it's like he kind of like, it was like that bond, that bond. So
yeah.
So they were on there talking about, what's the silver lining through this whole thing, So I'm like, I got this. And I was like, more people watching my videos.
There you go.
And he's like, plug your channel. So
you got a chance to plug away, huh?
Heck yeah. Danny sees an opportunity and I take it and I run with it, buddy. You know this. Free advertisement is great, especially on the radio.
Now that you're saying that, I do want to say something. Anybody in the chat that have taken the time to watch the video I put out from my home park, Cedar Point, thank you very much. I told Danny when I put that video out, what did I say I wanted?
I want 100 views.
100 views.
Where is it at now?
It is creeping up on 500. It is at 487 views. And I cannot thank anybody who's watched it or shared it out. That I really appreciate it.
You're probably right. But you know what, though? Yeah. She's actually playing her dance game, so she probably forgot that I'm around right now, so which is good.
Give her time. She'll be back.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Arthur, as far as Holiday in the Park, I have no clue. I'm just doing what I do. I'm just going with things and just have fun. Just have fun. They'll let us know. Yes, I'm on media. Do I know things before you guys? Heck no.
No, and that's like me and you talk. Me and you found out the same way about Cedar Point. Now, I'm in no way media for Cedar Point, but I mean, I follow absolutely everything that Cedar Point puts out, and I found out the same way everybody else does. I mean, right now, I'm just happy I have a park to go to.
Right? You know how many people don't?
Yeah. Look at the people, the Carowinds people.
Look at California. There's people out there that are allowed to go into Knoxbury, but can't go on rides. Could you imagine that?
Is that what's going on? I knew that Knoxbury opened the park today. Was it today or yesterday?
Knoxbury. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Thanks, Jonathan. Thanks, Jonathan. I appreciate this.
What? You know what?
Hi, Linda.
Wait.
Bye, y'all. Bye.
No. Jonathan was on your side.
That's right. Jonathan's always on my side. That's my boy. I'm going to Canada to live with Jonathan.
What are you handing? Oh.
They cracked.
Oh. 4 hours ago. Did you see this?
No.
Just handed me this information.
Oh yes, I was reading that before we went on.
They cracked.
Hey, I want to talk about that, by the way.
Okay. You know what? We can talk about anything you want, because you know why? You know why?
The world of randomness.
I'll show you. Jess, I swear. Where did I put? This is why
You can hang out.
it has the okay.
The official seal of approval.
Yes.
Yes. I think that when all the cinemas first closed down and you've seen all these movies move to all these different platforms for a pre-release for like $29, $30,
Yep.
they didn't do well.
Nope.
A lot. Here's where I think Mulan will succeed and all these other releases didn't. At first, people were like, this is only going to last a couple weeks. We've gotten used to this idea that we can't just go to the theater anymore. And I broke this down today, thinking about it as I read it.
I think personally, why they were holding that was because they wanted to release it and have it playing in Disney Springs in the theater down there.
Oh, they absolutely did.
People had something to go and do and spend money on.
Yep.
And knowing that they were closing the parks earlier, you know?
Yep.
I don't know if you've seen recently, but that theater is nowhere near to be open. The movie posters that they have up on there right now are from Star Wars. They haven't even changed the Star Wars posters out, and they're all sun faded. So there's nobody there.
They're looking at $29.99 to view this. Now, there's two ways to look at this. $30 to rent a movie. Okay.
Yep.
Patrick will understand this totally. Big family. Now, mind you, I'm lucky. I've got a small town theater that I could go to on a weekday afternoon or even a Saturday before 2. And I can get in and watch a 3D movie for $5.
Right.
But when's the last time you went to the movies? Probably been a while, right?
I don't even know.
You know why? Because it costs $15 a person to get in.
I got ways around that. That's why.
Well, I know, but still, it's 15. It's between 10 to 15, sometimes even $20 a person to get in these theaters.
Yeah.
I got a family of 6.
Yeah.
If the 6 of us want to go watch Mulan, let's just say it's at the lower end of where I can go at $5 a head for a matinee. That's $30 right there. That's how much that movie is for 48 hours. Then they're going to go in. They're going to watch.
The last movie I've been to was not this last Star Wars, but the Star Wars before that.
Force Awakens.
Yeah.
And that's been, what, 3 years?
Before that was for the last Harry Potter movie.
That's quite a while ago.
Okay. That's the last time. Actually, no, sorry. Was for Sausage Party.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Hey, it was a funny movie.
I'm a Seth Rogen fan, and dude, there was about 3 laughs throughout that entire movie. I rate it right up there at the Big Bang Theory.
Look,
and I don't. You can ask my wife. I don't rate Big Bang very often.
It was Jess's birthday. She wanted to go see it. She's a huge Seth Rogen fan, and the first time that we went to go see it was on her birthday itself.
Wait, you're telling me you spent that money twice?
No.
Okay.
Wait, you know if I'm saying something, there's always a story behind what I'm saying.
Oh, we know that, Danny.
So we went on her birthday. We went to the theater. The theater we went to was it was an Alamo Draft House. I don't know if you're familiar with those, but it's one of those you go and you sit down and you have dinner and a movie together. Okay.
Beer.
We went, and right before it was one of the hottest days in New York for that movie. We went, and all of a sudden we see mass people coming out the movie theater. We're like, oh, movie just let out. Okay, cool. Nope, they lost power.
Oh.
So it was one of those things where we're like, we're determined to go see this movie now. So, yeah.
No, but going back, $30. Okay, people are going to look and be like, well, I'm not going to attach $30 to my TV bill or fork over $30 all the stuff. You don't realize, your mom, for the three of them to go $45, and 45 is just getting in the door.
Yep.
You're going to, I don't care who you are. And unless you're that person that is with someone that has the big old lady purse, you're going to go in, you're going to buy popcorn, you're going to buy drinks, probably going to buy candy too. Popcorn and one drink will run you about $20 more.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yep, official seal of approval right there. And here's the thing.
Too much fun with this logo.
My TV in my living room is a 60-inch 4K television.
Okay.
We can sit down in the living room.
Yep.
And you know what? I've got one son that's going to lose interest unless it's a Star Wars movie. I got one son that's going to be asleep during the movie.
Yep.
Matthew has fallen asleep at almost every single movie I've ever taken him to since he was born.
Okay.
So there's two. And then my son Caden is probably going to eventually fall asleep. I'm going to wind up.
You just said your son, Katie.
Caden.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Caitlin's her lips are going, you know, Caitlin, her lips flap from the time she wakes up to the time she goes to bed. I mean, she's Linda Jr.
Kind of like this.
Yep. Yeah. So if I'm paying $10 a ticket, there's $40 in tickets wasted. I'm going to sit there, and depending on the movie, my wife's going to get mad at me because I'm going to tell her how the movie's going to end by about 15 minutes in. And my wife's going to be mad because I was right.
Yeah.
So say we pay $10 a ticket, $60 wasted. We can sit in our living room for $30. And you know what? If it's really good, we can watch it again.
Exactly.
We can watch it as many times as we want for $30.
Exactly.
And if you got good screen capture, put it on your Plex and you can watch it for the rest of your life. I mean, I'm not saying anything that people don't know. I mean, there's some people that maybe don't, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's no different setting up your VCR and recording it. I mean, it's really not.
I mean, you just sit, you just be like,
an HDMI cord, screen capture, and your laptop, and
the new bootlegging. Great.
Yeah. I mean, it really is. That more than anything is the reason why they're charging $30 instead of $20.
Yeah.
Because they know that $30 is going to at least cover some of it. And you know what? Mulan is the only Disney animated remake, live action remake that I've wanted to see outside of Dumbo, because from what I heard, that it doesn't follow the storyline word for word. That's the reason why I really like. If you haven't watched Dumbo, it's got Colin Farrell and Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
And if you go, I watched The Lion King. It's an hour and a half I can never have back. And
I haven't watched it, and I don't want to.
Here's the thing: you can play both of them side by side and watch the animated version and know what's going on in the live version. It really is step for step the same movie.
Yeah.
Dumbo is a retelling of the story, complete retelling. Now, I mean, there were some aspects that were.
What about
similar.
Aladdin? I haven't seen Aladdin either. Like, I'm not into the remake, like the live actions and stuff, though.
I won't say Aladdin was horrible, but I will not say it was great. And a lot of people really knocked Dumbo because it didn't tell the story of Dumbo.
Mm-hmm.
No, it did. It told a different story. It told the same story, but
from a different perspective.
A completely different perspective. And it showed the human side of, or the good human side of people trying to do the right thing. Because, I hate to say it, I'm one of those people. I don't go to the circus because I know the way that things are treated in the way they are. But you know what? It showed the human side of these children and of Colin Farrell's character and even Danny DeVito's character, who started off being a real prick. So
I did Arthur. Danny DeVito is like he's known for those characters.
You know, here's an expert. Caitlin, did you watch Aladdin?
Yeah.
The live action?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
More than you liked?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you like it more than the cartoon?
Piper can't talk.
No.
Yeah. Take furry Piper and go. Say hi, Caitlin.
Hi, Caitlin. Hello, cat.
Yeah. That thing is not a fan of being held.
Every time I see her, though, she's always holding that cat.
Yeah, she tries to. Her and Brandon both. They think that cat loves to be held. Now, Brandon at his mom's house has a cat, Leo. This thing is literally his soul twin.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this thing will, and it's attached to me as well. But this one here, no. Now, once the kids are in bed, this cat thinks that I'm a fan of hers, and she loves to curl up in my lap while I watch TV.
That's because you don't bother her as much as the kids do.
She knows I'll give her a scratch under the chin, and as long as she
And
just
leave her
curls up.
alone, yeah.
Yep. Hi, Shelly. Welcome in.
It's like, as long as your damn claws aren't out, you're good.
Well, and that's the thing. She likes to get up and sit right in my lap and start doing the whole. No, you can't do that in my lap.
Yeah, you know.
That's not the most comfortable thing in the world.
No. Not at all.
So,
not at all.
So, do you think this is a test of the market for Disney and for other film producers? Or do you think this is we got no other choice, we got to make money off this thing?
I think right now, we don't have a choice, we need to make money. But at the same time, this is what it is. As they say, this is the way.
Yeah. Which that's coming in a couple months too.
Yep, it is.
There's been so many spoilers about this, though. I mean, not necessarily spoilers, but
too much information about what's going to be in it.
Yeah, I didn't really. I wanted to be surprised when I seen Ahsoka return. I wanted to.
Yeah.
In a world where we're not even sure if a lot of the shows that we all watch are going to be able to film yet, we know that Mandalorian's in that bucket and ready to roll. I think they've got all but a couple episodes filmed, because I think they had a lot of them filmed before this all happened. But I want to be sitting there, episode 3 or whatever it is, and it's like, I thought she was dead.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Have her like way back there, like who is that? Like, you know, with the hood on, and be like,
yep.
I'm like, oh.
Yeah,
you know,
we didn't need that. Yeah, Shelly. I mean, that. Sorry if you didn't hear that. I mean, because it was spread all across Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, everywhere. Here's the thing: people love to spoil things. You know what? I don't know if she's ever noticed it before. Actually, she did. You were wearing it the last stream, and she was talking about your hat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Caden is a huge Nightmare Before Christmas fan.
Yeah, we are too here.
We actually bought him a canvas print of Jack Skellington. I can't remember what it says on it, but he's got it downstairs in their Archie Bunker room. Oh, wait. Is it okay to say Archie Bunker?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Why? It's fine.
Yeah. But well, here's the thing. I did read a couple different articles, because you know me, I find something and I follow the trail, and I just keep reading about different stuff. Word is, and I know you're not a Marvel guy, you're a DC guy, but the movie Black Widow was supposed to be out already too. Rumor has it, if Mulan does well, decent enough, that they're going to release Black Widow the same way. I mean, I'm kind of for it.
They should. I mean, look, you're not losing money because really, it's your streaming service. Like, it's Disney streaming service. Why would they be losing money? Like,
well, yeah,
people want to watch it. They're going to sign up for the subscription, and then they're going to pay for it. I mean,
yeah. Now here's my question for you: if they're going to charge for those movies, should they offer a free side and a paid side to Disney Plus?
You know what that gets? That's what that gets. 100%.
Yep. Danny has a couple of those seals of approval.
I do.
Yeah, just can't get behind Team DC. I can get behind some Batman stuff, but that's about it.
Listen, DC all the way. Wait, so it's so is it normal for your 11-year-old just to hate you? What?
He's tired and in a bad mood. He was supposed to be
normal for an
innovative.
11-year-old to hate you. Of course it is. I mean, you were 11 at one time. I mean, really, come on.
She's having a hard time dealing with the fact that they're hitting that age too, and not just attitude-wise either.
Gotcha.
Those are fun talks. Just saying.
I can imagine. I can imagine.
Good times in the Watts household.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So.
That look of shame you get from both you and them as you're explaining everything to them.
Yeah. So I'm actually looking at this whole Disney thing right now on the sinking mountain or whatever we want to call it.
Oh, yeah, sinking mountain.
I saw a picture, not just now, but like earlier today, of how they have the rabbit on the front of the boat.
Yeah,
the rabbit was the only thing sticking out of the water. It looked like he was just floating down the stream.
You know what? As funny as that is, have you heard the audio from that? The cast member yelling at the people for getting out of the boat?
Yeah.
I understand cast members have a bad day, but come on. Come on, you guys are better than that.
Here's I would have stayed in the boat. You know why? Now, Disney
Danny? Am I frozen? Is Danny frozen?
Okay.
What happened there, Danny?
That was weird.
Here's the last thing we heard. I would stay in the boat. I would stay in the boat. Do you know why? We're all waiting.
So I would definitely stay on that boat because I would get new clothes from them. My cell phone would be in my pocket. My camera would be on me. So I'll get from head to toe and everything in between new from Disney.
Oh, there you go.
Why not?
And they would do it too.
Oh, they would. I'd be like, your boat sank. I had my phone. I had my camera. I had everything.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I had $2,000 and it floated away. I don't know where it went.
Went down slip and falls.
Yeah.
How does the boat sink? I mean, I'm sure it's got plugs in it for the end of the night when they take them out to drain any water it's in it. It's the only thing I can think of because I haven't seen any type of explanation.
They're fiberglass. They're fiberglass. Fiberglass will break out, and let's really think. I don't know if they really did anything to those boats. They haven't got new boats for that ride since it opened, I don't think, right?
No, it's been duct tape and Bondo.
Right. And how many times have you been on that ride and you bumped the boat in front of you?
Yeah. Yeah, especially there at the end, going into that last scene where it always seems to back up about
There,
10,
yeah,
15
you know, the zippity doo dah day or whatever it is there at the end there.
Yep, just before you go in there, it seems like it's always a traffic jam.
Yeah. So you're always boom, 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 you know?
Yep.
Well, there's only so much those boats can take. So yeah.
Yeah.
And it broke coming down a hill, one of the little hills there.
Okay. I'd
That's-
seen the video of the actual or picture of the actual boat sunk. I didn't actually see. I didn't
if you
notice
look,
exactly where they were.
It was like on an angle, like coming off the hill.
Okay.
So
Probably just got a crack in it and build up from there.
yeah, exactly. So
I would think there'd be a layer in between, a top layer and a bottom layer, with a,
Yeah.
space and an air
Mhm.
gap.
Mm-hmm.
Or to think that it got through both of those, that's why I know that they have to have
I
some
think
sort
what happened. Well, you got to remember is the ride itself is probably about 3 feet of water.
Yeah.
There's not much water in those. Like, yeah, they look it, but like a log flume and things like that. There's only about it's probably less than 3 feet of water, really. And
Yeah.
so really, it has to be 3 feet of water. Looking at the boat, and how much it was submerged. So yeah, about 3 feet of water, and the bottom layer of the boat probably caught a crack in it.
Yeah.
And then it took water on and just brought the weight of it down.
Yeah, that's see that's a bad look.
Thank you, Shelley.
That is a bad look on Disney right now. I mean, only because that ride just got refurbished not that long ago.
Yeah.
So to think that happened, yeah. And you know what? It gets redone every year. It's down between January and February into March every year.
And then you got People Mover down right now because it's not down because of the current situation. It's down because it's missing parts.
Yep.
They're waiting on parts for it.
Yeah, you can't tell me they don't have an Imagineer that can manufacture a part.
Look at how old that thing is, though.
But that's what I'm saying. I mean, the part has to be CNC'd, I'm sure, because it's not like they've got the West Coast People Mover company making parts for thousands of these things.
Exactly.
So,
Jonathan said 6 feet deep is the number they gave.
Man, because that's a spot where the ride slows down quite a bit. So the deeper the water is, slower it's going to move.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me, guys. One of those people. Once I yawn once, that's it. I don't have to be tired. Once I yawn, I'm.
Hey, Neighborhood Vlogs, what's going on? Neighborhood Vlogs saw the video, the Disney videos.
Oh yeah. Let's say every morning at 10, I tune in.
Actually, you all better be.
Somebody's got to do it, right?
Like that's. Did you saw earlier today how Sunday we're going to be on the live place?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. What time? Night speak.
What is that? 8, 9 o'clock, something like that. Is normal? The Dean's normal.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's like 9:30 maybe. No, I doubt it's
8:30, 9
9:30.
o'clock, something like that.
And then is this Saturday the snack?
Yes,
stream?
it is. Yes, it is.
I have to make sure I got some snacks.
PTV, and they're very excited for that one. I'll tell you that much.
And that's going to be a good one.
I'm telling you, you all made us go out to Waffle House on Saturday night.
Thanks for answering me.
What?
You posted about the Waffle House, and I asked you. The more important thing is, what did you have?
Oh, I had the steak and eggs with a chocolate chip waffle.
Can't go wrong there.
And some crazy concoction of hash browns.
You know, I'm not one that goes out anywhere and orders breakfast. If we make it here for dinner, okay, I like breakfast. But we went to Bob Evans the other day and ate dinner because it was just Matthew and me and Martine. They got this thing there called the whole hog. You get ham, two different types of sausage, bacon, 3 eggs, a pancake, and a waffle. Hash browns. How could you possibly go wrong with all that? You can't.
What's she laughing at?
She's laughing at me, getting all excited over my whole hog breakfast.
That was great. That was great.
Yeah, Jonathan, that's what we were just talking about. You know, this thing was halfway sunk.
Why are you out? Why are you walking
the
around?
one lady. What do you have?
Snack.
Oh, ice cream. Well, what'd you heat up then?
The chocolate cake. I warmed it up. Fat girls know how to eat.
Oh.
Oh God. Yep.
But you seen it was only one bowl. Did she bring me ice cream? No.
Oh, he doesn't like sweet stuff.
You know, no matter how many times, you never get used to that, getting yelled at by her. You guys, see what I got to put up with? I'm wasting away to nothing because she won't bring me a snack.
Oh, here we go.
Wasting away. I'd starve to death if I didn't make my own dinner.
That is true.
Thank you for that, Jonathan. I would love to see Dean actually get into more of the non-Disney streamers, like us, and you know.
Yeah, and it's gonna have to.
Well, I mean, the live place is good the way it is.
Yeah,
he's running an awesome show over there, 100% running something awesome, and it's great to have that guide, especially for people just coming across it and you know, just finding it. You know, like, oh look, there's an actual place that, you know, I can go to and see who's going on. Like, you know, just as a normal viewer, you know, and I don't even know how I came across this the whole like Disney community, or there's a whole bunch of these Disney communities out there.
Yeah. Well, you know, when you there's and I've learned this over time because you know what, I used to get on the kids all the time. YouTube. Well, what are you doing watching these people on YouTube? Yeah, I'm being honest here. And then, you know, I got into watching all the Disney stuff. Now there's so much out there that isn't Disney. And I'm not making fun of anything Disney or the people that do Disney. That's not what I mean at all.
I'll be one of them soon.
Yeah. I mean, what you do is not Disney. I mean, you put some Disney stuff out.
Yeah.
You know, my first live stream was about Disney, and you know, I put out some Disney videos, but you look at anything I've done in the past year, none of it has anything to do with
Look where you were watching your stuff from was the Disney community. So you're like, oh, okay, I know these people. It was a safety net. They're gonna, you know what I mean? So,
and I think a lot of people in either the RVing community, the travel community, the amusement park community, any of those. I mean, I'm talking about anything but Disney. That's where everybody kind of starts, because there's, and I'm not saying that the Disney community is the largest thing out there, because it's really not when you think about it, but it is so saturated and so available all the time.
right.
You can, on any given day, you can bring up your YouTube. You can find somebody streaming from Disney, somebody releasing a vlog about Disney, somebody live streaming with
from
other
home
people
about
about Disney. Yep. So if you want to find out everything you want about Disney, you can find out just as much there as you can from going to Disney sites and reading forums. Because
Yeah.
you're getting both. You're getting the knowledge and the immersion of Disney on top of it.
But here's the problem I have with a lot of the Disney out here is it's more people trying to educate you about it
Mhm.
than to show how fun it is that you can have about it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to sit here and like with my Six Flags, I can sit here and educate you about Six Flags over Georgia until I'm blue in the face.
Yep.
You know, and really, what's that going to do? It's going to drive people away. I mean, it's going to suck in a lot of people too.
Mhm.
There's a community out there for it. You know, like people want to know. You know, like, oh, okay, you know, all these weird facts about, you know, this and that. I'm not going to sit here and study the coaster specs and this and that. I just know the name of it, and I know that was fun, and you're going to have fun on that too, just like we did. You know,
Yep.
and that makes it. In my opinion, I feel that it makes it a lot more real, like realistic. Like you're actually there going along with it.
Yeah.
You know, like even the RV ones and stuff like that. I've seen a couple of those. And you know what my what one of my grand scheme of plans that never were going to come about. I mean, was to get an RV, and you know,
just travel around the country.
yeah, but that's just not. As a mechanic, I'm saying it's not feasible.
Yeah. Well,
It's,
you know,
but those, though, even a lot of those channels, they're like, whoa, this is how you set this up on your RV, and this is what we did. I'm like, I don't want to know that. Like, I don't want to know that. I just want to see you're out there, where you're going, what you're doing, you know, things like that. You know, I just want to see you making a fun video. You know,
yeah.
that's it.
Show me Mount Rushmore. I don't need to know about
Yeah.
I don't
You know,
need to know about a fouled out
you're
plug.
going places. You know, show me where you're going. Show me where you're going. You know, I don't want to see how to hook up a septic line. Like,
Well, you know, like the video I put out on Cedar Point a few days ago.
Yeah.
You know, there was a part of it that was very informational. I mean, because you know it's not a lot of people cover that park that I see,
yeah,
but the next one that comes out, the next few that come out about that park is going to be. This is where we're going. This is where you eat. This is where This is what you want to ride. This is what you want. This is the fun part of it.
yeah.
And you know, I showed a
I'm
lot
going to
of
tell
fun
you
in
right
the
now
other one too.
is if you want, this is not just for you, but for anybody. If you go into film, like making a video, right? Do a blog, and you're there, like, and you're like, oh, well, I need to give the specs of this. I need to give the times of that, and this and that. Like, you're going to drive yourself nuts, absolute nuts. Like, yeah, all right. I should probably have, you know, more of a planned out thing, but this drive, how nuts is this driving me? This sheet of paper has been driving me nuts. What, for 2 weeks now?
Yep. And I mean, you're probably about halfway through it now, maybe a little more.
I have to edit up until the video for Friday the 7th is what I'm up to.
Okay. You know,
So,
me and you talked about it, and I talked to you several times about making my video. How frustrated was I because you want so bad to put out something that people are going to enjoy, and you're always worried that it's not going to be enjoyed by as many people as possible.
but you
And you
can't
got to
think
get
that. Like,
nope.
I thought that at first too. But now I'm like, you know what? There's something out there. If I enjoyed looking at it, if I enjoy it for whatever weird reason, somebody else is going to probably enjoy it too. You know?
Yeah.
like if I turn and I feel like, oh, that's cool, I want to get that. Well, I'm gonna get it. You know, like somebody may enjoy it. If not, well, oh well, I did. You know, and it's not gonna last, you know, that long anyways. You know.
Yeah.
So you can take it or whatever, but it's like, I don't know. It's just people need to watch things more. You know, like especially with this whole like theme park stuff. Like for some reason, it's like if you don't follow the normal routine of the set, you know, standards of like theme park fix and stuff, like, you know, like then people are like, oh well, what are they doing? You know, like I don't know. You don't need, it's us thinking outside the box, you know.
Yeah.
And for that, I know when we move down to Florida, it's going to help us out a lot.
Yeah, and it will. I mean, when you put yourself in any type of bubble that sets you up for success, you know, you are moving into an area that is
I'll tell you right
already
now,
primed for what you need.
what held me back from the first set of videos we did from down there was this camera.
Yeah.
That's really what it was. All those POVs were from this camera or the action camera, but that action camera is going to have to get upgraded now too. I already talked to Jess about that. There's no way that I can't justify the GoPro now. You know, look,
Yeah.
like right here. This is the most important thing right there. Is that, you know, my mother's like, oh, my sister loves the Disney videos. You know,
I'm sure she got a kick out of Splash Mountain too, seeing you get stoked again and laughing
that was
about
one
it.
of your favorite ones that I just put out during this whole madness, you know. So
yep, anything that's got her in it, I absolutely love, because she's just, everything that you caught was all the fun for her, and I really enjoyed that.
Exactly. It's, you know, it's that, it's like, yeah, there's a little selfishness in there too, you know, trying to for the channel, and you know, like there's multiple things going on in the videos and stuff, but realistically it's for everybody to sit there and watch and have fun with.
Yep.
And you know, like I showed you the letter that we got from, not a letter, but it was the message that we got from the guy that has autism from Six Flags Over Georgia, and his, you know, every time we put a new video out, he goes crazy over it, you know.
Yep.
Like I guarantee it doesn't matter where it is. Like if he likes the Six Flags stuff, like I know that's his happy place, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So those videos probably hold more weight to him than anything. But I'm pretty sure if he likes those, he's watching everything else that we do, you know. So, which is great. Because then it's like, I know that there's going to be somebody out there each morning at 10 o'clock watching what I'm doing. So, I don't know. We've been playing with the idea of going daily, but then we're like, is it worth it until we move down there, you know?
Yeah. Now, you are going to be bringing back game night, right? Or is that something that's still kind of up in the air?
At some point, I guess she
Well,
wants to.
Well, it got to a point where you guys are streaming quite a few times a week, and you know what, just doing this one stream every week, I mean, can be a lot. But I mean, we wind up going usually about 2 hours, if
I'm not gonna
more.
lie. You know, the hardest one is the Saturday nights.
I'm sure it is
rough. Like,
especially when we start talking food.
We're on a 9:30, so I'm good. I got home from work. I got the energy still. I'm like, all right, cool, let's go. You know.
Yeah.
Come midnight on Saturday, I'm like,
you're just ready to crash.
Like last Saturday, we really had no clue what to talk about. I have no idea how we got on the food subject and all that, but we hold it up. Like,
yeah,
you know, At least we're
But
like, we tell you, hey, look, we have no idea what we're talking about. Let's do something here. But you know
what? We've got a community of people, and it works in this one too. And we're constantly looking at the chat. If there's anything being worth brought up, you're going to draw our attention. We're going to talk about it.
Yeah. Shelly's like, I'm usually not up that early. With the little vampire down there.
Yeah, Shelly and her 11:30 start at 11:30 at night and go till 2 in the morning streams. He's sitting there trying to guess music at like 1:30 in the morning by half falling asleep.
Yeah, that's fine. If I was off like on Saturday and Sunday, I would be fine. Like before I was working where I'm at now, where I had to work, where I have to work Saturdays now. When we were doing when I was at my old job, we were fine. I was good. We you could see like we had a little more energy and stuff, but we also just don't want everybody to forget about us.
Jonathan, what link did you send me a link to? Now I know that Danny and Jess got stuck on a roller coaster. Matter of fact, that came up in my, and this shows you that your videos are working. And maybe it's because I'm watching them every morning, but in my home screen, it shows you topics of interest. Yeah. In that video, when you guys got stuck on, what was that, Blue Hawk?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting there and I'm like,
yep.
I knew I'd seen it before, but I couldn't remember where it was. So I'm like, I got to see this again. And I forgot that it was pretty much at the beginning. And I can hear this thing clicking up the hill. And I'm like,
click.
Yeah.
Click. Click.
And then it just stops. And I see that look on Jess's face. And when it kicked back into that,
I just started laughing. I was like, oh, here we go with Jess.
And it's funny because when you showed Jess, I'm like, that would be Martine. Only she'd probably be crying.
But how relatable is that to so many people, though?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Is like so many people can relate to what we do. It's like we're not out there like I can't tell you how many people walk up to us in the park and say, "Hey, how are you?" And I'm like, "Hey, what's going on? How are you?" And they're like, "Wow, you're the same way you are."
Yep.
In I'm like, well, I'm still in person on my videos, so
yeah.
I don't know what you want me to say.
It's funny because this kid kept popping up, it seemed like, in every line that we were on. That day up at Cedar Point that I did all the filming.
Yep.
And he kept trying to flag me down every time I was filming. I said hi to him a couple of times.
Yeah,
and I mean, he's maybe a year or two older than Brandon is, maybe 13, 14.
Okay.
And the world we live in, 13, 14-year-old kids, YouTubers are TV stars in a way.
Yeah.
And when you leave out of Cedar Point, before you get off of the causeway, there's a McDonald's.
Yep.
And that's where everybody hits that didn't get to eat before they left.
Right.
So we pull in there to grab dinner, and I walk in there, and there he is. And I mean, good kid. I mean, nice kid, respectful kid.
Yeah.
And I'm standing there with Brandon, and Brandon kind of looked at me funny. This kid kept waving at me. And he goes, "But you probably don't recognize me. I had a blue mask on." And I was like, okay. And you remember last week, that person that came in, and I said, that's one of the people that subscribed while I was he left a comment on that video that, "Hi, I was the kid in the blue mask." And he goes, "I can see myself part of the video." And I was like,
great.
The kid searched it out, went and watched it, and found himself. So he had to watch it all because, I mean, it's literally a blink of an eye that he's in it. So it's not something he could have scrolled through and found it. So the kid sat and watched the whole thing to see if he was in my video. And I was like, that's pretty cool. And, my wife says that. And yeah, it's funny to think about, but it meant something to me that he he thought it was really cool that he was in someone's YouTube video. I mean, literally,
Yeah.
it's blink of an eye that he's in it. And he was like, I'm in a video.
Yeah.
So
Or
I get what
or
you're saying.
like, oh, I just met a YouTuber. You know? That's
Oh,
what
yeah, Jonathan, I did see that. Sorry, Danny.
oh, that's fine.
Yeah,
That's
it's
like
just,
we go to Six Flags, right? And then all the time we get, you guys are YouTubers. Yep. Or you filming a YouTube movie? Yep. What's your channel? What's your channel? I'm like, and it's always the younger kids, like every once in a while you get an older person but that they watch it, they know the deal with it. They're like, oh, you guys are YouTube, they real
Yeah.
common, but you can tell that deep down inside they're like, oh, it's a YouTuber. They're a YouTuber, so
yeah.
it's funny
Yeah.
that it's just really funny watching it though, and we're used to it now. Well, I can't say we're used to it, but like we're accepting
I'm gonna say it's not a shock to you when
of it.
people do it.
There. No, not at all. And honestly, I love it. I'm not gonna lie. There's YouTubers out there that are like, oh, I hate when people come up to us and I'm in the middle of doing something. And no, if I'm in the middle of doing something, no, come up to me. I don't care. Like, I want you to come to. I want to know who's watching my stuff.
Yep.
I want to know who's supporting us out here. That I'm actually over here doing this, looking like a fool, talking to a camera, walking through a park. Granted, most of the times I'm with Jess, so it kind of helps. I'm talking, but I'm talking. It looks like I'm talking to her, or whatever. But like, I want to know who's watching. I'll stop whatever I'm doing because you know what? I can refilm it.
Yep.
I can edit it. I can stop where I was, and I can continue on, and I can splice it together. There's all that editing magic,
Yeah. And, like those kids that I talked to waiting on that roller coaster,
Yep.
they've probably seen many of people doing stuff like that. But
Yep.
you know what? They were like, that's pretty cool. They stopped and talked to me, and they put me on film. Well, not really film, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But and then leaving it in there.
It's like I don't like really putting people on camera. I think it takes away from, unless I was out there specifically looking for our fans, you know what I mean? That type of, and then, somebody would be like, oh, well, why did they not put me on? But like, I don't, like, unless we were hanging out together for a longer period of time and I had a reason to put you there, then I will, but I don't just be like, hey, you want to go on? If they ask, I guess I've really never had anybody ask.
Yeah.
Go on. A lot of people are like, no, I'm too nervous. I'm like, and that's, I've asked maybe one or two people, but then that's the answer you get from everybody is no, I'm too nervous. I'm too nervous. And that's about it with. Yep.
It is that time.
It is. I was watching it. Yeah, so like people come up, they're like, oh no, I'm too nervous. I don't want no, I don't want to be, and that's fine. That's fine,
Yep.
But I mean, if they wanted to, they can come up and just talk to us. Like people have actually, they like, oh my God, I love your stuff, things like it, you make our days better, our week better, and that's awesome.
Is there rumor that Goliath's going somewhere, Danny?
No.
Okay.
No. But I see it. Yeah, Arthur, I don't know where you get that from, buddy. I don't know. um, but you'll get it though. You'll get it though when you're there. But here's the
Yeah,
thing: when I go to Florida, though, it's gonna be a whole new crowd of people that I'm gonna have to get accustomed to seeing us around.
but that you know what, you moved to Florida, it makes it that much farther to get up here and ride those Cedar Point roller
Yeah,
coasters.
but here's the thing: is with the support of viewers, with watching the videos and super chats and things like that, all the money from the channel goes into those kind of trips. So any donations, super chats, so our super chats are always active down below. And this all adds up to, new things with the trip and with the channel. And it's really, honestly, at this point, viewer donations and everything are going to be key for us, and will be
Yeah,
definitely accepted to have us, not only chase our dream, but to chase the dream of bringing more content and entertaining people. So,
yeah, that's absolutely true. And a lot of people think that, you know, that
you want to explain that to her?
well, she knows what they are.
Yeah, I know.
Might not know.
But oh, people think that, anytime that now for us to sit here at home and do this from home, no, there's nothing to this. But when you go to a park, you're trying to bring things to people, and it it
Yeah.
costs you money to go and do that. And you know what?
Well,
And a lot of people are very appreciative of that and
yeah.
do donate. And like and
Yeah.
I've always said, you don't have to donate anything. Just
Here's
watching support if you want
here's
to help.
also what I
It's
want.
always appreciated.
What I want to do is, like, I kind of want to go, like, once we get more donations and stuff from the channel, I want to go into the parks, Six Flags, Cedar Point, wherever. Like, yes, the donations will help us get us there. Obviously, me working and stuff gets us there too, but donations would be the major aspect of it. But with donations and stuff, I want, you gave to us, but we also would probably, not probably, I know that we want to give back. I want to find that one person randomly every once in a while and make that person's day better. Kind of like what Disney does,
Yep. Pay it forward a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? We had people, if people pay it forward. Like the first night that I was monetized, you gave it, you paid it forward to us.
Yep.
You donate, you donate it to us, but a portion of that can go to make somebody else's day better too.
Mm-hmm.
In the real world. Like,
Yep.
you did it for Jess and I on the YouTube channel. Other people done it for Jess and I on the YouTube channel, but we want to take that and bring somebody's day a little better. You see a little kid in the park walking around, like, I'll go and get him a crypto dog or whatever from Six Flags or something, and just give it to the kid for no reason. No reason. That's kind of what I want to start doing. Just paying it forward from the Two Real Geeks, and paying it
That's a great idea too.
from our viewers, and like, why not? Why not? It won't cost much from to do it. We could still upgrade the channel stuff, but at the same time, you just made a whole family's day better because somebody random stranger just came up to you. Granted, we're wearing 90% of the time I'm wearing the Two Real Geeks t-shirt, but that's even more reason for me to do it because I'm representing not myself, not Jess, but everybody that watches us. You guys all watch us for a reason.
Yeah. And
Like,
you know,
yeah, we're crazy, we're funny, we're whatever. But it's also, there has to be reasons why you guys watch us,
yeah. Hey, Noah, welcome in. Welcome
Hey,
in,
no,
First
what's going
Baptist
on, buddy?
Dowling Park.
Huh?
I was just following the chat there.
Yeah,
I might be a little ahead of you because I got,
we knew Knoxbury was going to cancel that.
yeah, being a Cedar Fair park, Cedar Fair made their announcement today about Cedar Point and Kings Island, and they were the first of the Cedar Fair parks to open. So I knew that all the other Cedar Fair were going to follow suit. So,
Yeah.
I mean, especially being in California.
Yep. Exactly. Sean, what is up, buddy? How are you? Thanks for coming over. Awesome, fun stream Sean had going tonight.
Yeah, I know. We were talking about that. I missed it.
He was talking about that trip.
Yeah, I hope you guys had a good time. I've seen some of your pictures, and it looked like you guys had a blast.
One of the best pictures I saw from his trip, just this one, was of his daughter taking a picture, and the PhotoPass photographer taking her picture at the same time.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, she was off to the side, like to this part of the screen, like right here. And the castle was a little blurred behind her, but he was focused on her. And it was a really cool picture. Like, it wasn't like her whole face. It was just like the lens of the camera. And like, yeah, you got to look it up. It was awesome.
Yeah, I'll check that one out.
Awesome picture.
Sean, is that one on your Instagram? Was that on their Instagram or?
I believe it was.
I'm surprised I didn't see that one.
Yeah, no, it was a really cool picture. I enjoyed it so much.
Okay, yeah, I'll look that one up.
Yeah, it was on there. Yeah, check that out. But yeah, so no, like we're really, like, we would love to pay it back to, just random people in the parks and stuff, though, like with the donations and stuff like that. So, like, we're not trying to be, the greedy ones and stuff like that, because not many people get to go to a theme park as much as we do,
Yeah, and that's true.
And really, you go to a theme park to be happy, like, and to get away from reality and things like that, and why not help that? Like, yeah, okay, I'm on the media for Six Flags, but anywhere I go, what's stopping me from doing that, So. I don't even want to know what she's listening to in there. What you got here?
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That is a really cool picture.
That is an awesome picture. Like, you cannot go wrong with that.
No.
Like, whoever did that photo is a really good PhotoPass photographer. A really good photographer. And honestly, Sean, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. You know what? You know what that gets? You know what that gets? Hold on. Let me get it up here. It gets not that. Yeah, this one. It gets the one that we haven't seen yet, Tony.
There we go.
It gets this.
Yes, it does. The official seal of approval.
Exactly. Thank you, Sean. We appreciate that so much. Yeah, that's definitely going to go to good use. And wow. Okay, let me get it off there. That is awesome. I appreciate it so much. That's what I'm talking about right there. Is
Welcome in, Chad Bilgario.
Welcome in, buddy. How are you? Things like that is going to help out, and it really does. Like, Tony has a PayPal. you know, and like I know he has good things planned with it too. So,
Yeah,
but
and that's something I'd often thought about if I reached that point where I am monetized, looking into, moving some of that to something charitable or something to
yeah.
allow, because
Well, it's also is one of our things too is when we get our checks and things like that. We've always said it from day one, especially with our PayPal's and stuff like that, because we don't lose anything really. Was to put it to Special Olympics. So realistically, what we're
yeah,
doing is because my sister does the polar plunges, and so realistically, what we're doing is we're putting a portion of it to the side, and we're going to make a donation under the Two Real Geeks name to the Special Olympics through the polar plunge. So
now see, those are the types of things I worry about them not having in the upcoming year. Something that means that much to people
right,
like your sister and
yeah,
your family as a whole. Things like that being canceled are the things that bug me.
yeah,
And this is coming from a huge sports enthusiast. I mean, yeah, do I miss sports? But I mean, these people make millions of dollars.
exactly.
They're not hurting. But you know what? People that can't get to do the things that mean a lot to them, they're missing out on all that stuff right now.
I would be looking for him.
You know, I don't know if I've ever had a bad experience with someone doing photos at Disney. They just all seem to really, I'm sure they have bad days like everybody,
Yeah,
but like when me and
equipment
Martine,
messes up, whatever.
when me and Martine got engaged, we come across someone at Animal Kingdom and she did all sorts of photos for us because she's seen our badges, you
Yeah,
know, and she did like this whole photo shoot of the ring and the badge and, us holding hands. And I was like, you know what? She didn't have to do any of that. And it just came to her like, I'm going to do this for you,
well,
bringing her own form of magic to us.
remember back in the day? I'm gonna bring it back right now because it's right here in front of me, and I'm actually looking at something here with them. Remember back in the day when you got this?
No, see, because when I went as a kid, they didn't take photos there.
This was 2010. From 2010, and this was from our honeymoon, and you went to a kiosk, right? And you
Mhm.
physically selected your photos and things like that. So let me pull this up here. Hold on. This is what you would have to do. Um, so okay, so this was from our honeymoon, right? You see, the 2010, and that's annoying. Sorry. Um, but you did this was you were at the kiosk. I literally had to add that into the photo, right?
Yeah.
And then you did this. Physically had to add that into the photo too. And then that. And then that. And then that. that. All for the same photo. And I literally stood there at the kiosk for hours. Just wanted to kill me. Wait, let me bring this screen up here. So you see them all here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, and
I
what the
literally
bad part
stood
is
there and added borders to every photo we liked. So I was like, well, what if we wanted it this way and that way and this way? Yeah.
now you can't even do that at home. You can't
Nope.
add the borders and all that.
Nope. So yeah.
But if you remember back in the day a little further, any park you went into was the 37 and a half obnoxious photographers like, hey, come over here, come over here.
I do too,
You know,
Noah. I do too. I miss those awesome pictures you could take when you were wearing the hat or just holding the hat up. Yeah. Yeah. But like that I don't even want to tell you, Tony, how long. But here was the good thing about when you did those photos was you also got this CD with it too.
Yeah.
This CD, it's actually in the computer right now, so because I've been using it for the POV videos. Let me do this. Screen share this. Okay. So this CD was, you wanted photos of just Animal Kingdom, right? You can go in here. And then it gave you all stock photos from Disney of Animal Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was like that. We had Epcot, but then you had Epcot fireworks you could do. And then you had like all the holiday photos you can do. Like here, Epcot holidays. So I have a lot of thumbnail photos I can have right now.
Yeah.
If I was really down there right now. But this is again, we're from 2010.
Oh,
and,
sorry, guys.
no, you're good. That was from 2010, so a lot of that has definitely changed, but it's also fun to go back to see what has changed. So
Yeah.
like one of the things I really regret was like not filming down there at that time. When we I'm like I could have been so much further with this whole thing right now, but
Yeah.
whatever.
How I thought about the last trip is I could have filmed so much, and every time I wanted to get stuff out, I just, you got the whole family down there, and you're
It's like,
just,
when's the right time to start your YouTube channel? It's like, you realistically back in 2010, nobody was thinking of YouTube.
no.
Nobody knew it. Nobody, if you went to a theme park, like you were like this in front of, talking to your camera, well, you're weird,
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Can you leave the park, please, sir? The entrance is that way in the hospital to go get help,
Yeah. Well, back then, if you didn't carry a big camcorder to film your family,
That's not true, though, because they were.
Oh, yeah, they got smaller.
Size. They were this size, but they had. Back in 2010, they were pretty small. Things were starting to go digital back then, but a digital camcorder was a couple $1,000s.
Yeah. And now you're talking a couple $100 for a decent one.
Our camera was just over $200 that we got.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, I would love to upgrade it again because that's the HD one, but now I want 4K. It's like, all right, well, that's one step at a time here.
Yep. You'll get there.
Yeah, well, from viewers like these guys here, from viewers like you, and your nice, kind donation. Let me stop turning this into a PBS special.
I'll say, this is Danny from the PBS station.
I'm gonna do that. We should do that one day. We should just run a whole YouTube PBS special.
PBS telethon.
We need a telethon for something.
Yeah. There's all sorts of things to have one for.
I can think of a couple, but actually, that won't be a bad idea. We'll find a cause.
We'll do something.
I like this. I have ideas. I already have ideas. I think I already told you one of my ideas, but
I don't think you have.
I'll tell you later.
But we'll talk.
Yeah, I don't know how well it will work, but it might. It might though. If I do it the right way, it might.
We could bring in that guy from Cincinnati.
Let's not. Let's not. Oh man.
Jonathan said he's not moderating PBS viewers.
Yeah, no. We're definitely not PBS viewers. Oh my god.
No, we'd be losing PBS viewers pretty
Oh, yeah.
quickly.
Yeah. You know, realistically, I'm surprised like PBS hasn't brought their format to a live stream monetized for like their the Jerry Lewis telethon and stuff onto YouTube. It's so simple for people to donate. You don't have to make that phone call in. You can sit here, watch what you're doing, and make that donation.
Just make a super chat.
Yeah. Like I don't get it. I don't get it.
And it would be easier it would be cheaper to put on.
It really would. It really would.
You don't have to have all these people answering phones.
I'll tell you right now, who did an awesome stream. Like they did it started off as a 12-hour stream, but then they actually ended up doing a 24-hour stream because they were doing that well with donations. Was one of the Star Wars groups that I'm in, the Rebel Legion.
Okay.
It's basically the Jedi and stuff like that you see walking around at Comic-Con and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they had a 501st guys who were the stormtroopers and that. But they did a whole thing for UNICEF, and they raised a decent amount of money.
Okay.
I'll tell you that. Huh?
I said, that's cool.
Yeah. So basically they kept getting donations. So they were like, well, we're just going to keep this going. And they were, they had people from the organization and stuff coming on and interviewing like celebrities and former commanding officers and things like that. And they just kept it going. Kept it going 100%. They had people who filmed things and sent it in to them. And it was great. It was great. They did a great job on it. So, and I really think something like that can be organized within the Disney community.
Not even just the Disney community. I mean, some of the people, a lot of the people that we do stuff with.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I mean,
within
I guess it is. Yeah.
Something and I'm looking into it. Like it can be done.
Yeah.
It can be done.
Yeah, I would love to do something like that. I think it's a great idea. And I mean, we've seen how many, not just what you were talking about. I mean, people that we've seen that have put stuff together, and whether they've done live streams for donations or they've auctioned stuff off,
mm-hmm.
And it's something that I'm surprised, like you said, that more things like Easter seals and March of Dimes and the PBS, like you said, it's simple. They click a button and it's done. They don't have to call in. They don't have to get on anything. And they're sitting right in front of it, doing it all at the same time.
Right. That's like, it's like like I said, I'm looking into things right now where I just, I don't want to give too much away because I don't want it to not go through, and but I'm looking into stuff, especially to raise the money for what I was just talking about, things like that. Like, I don't want to just sit here and profit off of what we're doing. I want everybody to profit from what I'm doing. I want like there's no reason not to share it out there,
Or to raise money and we'll look into this community and we can do this, or
like honestly, I would love for the channel to have some kind of base behind it. so before I can do this, you know, like it's just I just need to get it done. And there's ways for this to happen, and you know, so it's one of our it's my mission right now to do this, like to give back with the channel. You know, there's so much out there, not you know what I mean? Like we were talking about earlier, like people don't have a lot of fun right now. Well, I just want you to enjoy the fun that you're having now, you know? Like, you know, raise the money to actually go, you know, we'll do a video of us going out like shopping for, you know, Toys for Tots toys, or you know, just things like that, you know?
But you know, and especially with, you know, this Halloween and this Thanksgiving and this Christmas coming up, things are going to be different for a lot of people.
Yep.
So I think it's a great idea. I know that there's a lot of people. There's people in this chat, and there's people that we know that would definitely get involved with it. And
Yep. Exactly. That's like, you know, Halloween's on it's on a Saturday. You know, that's sad. That's sad that kids aren't going to have anything to do, you know? So it's like, why not make a virtual trick-or-treating thing? You know, like we'll figure out how to do it.
I wonder about that too. You know, no trick or treat. Most kids are in a costume anyway. Would it take that much more to put kids in a mask? And I don't know. I mean, I understand, but it's like kids are only kids once.
Look, rain or not, I still looked forward to Halloween, and I was going out, pouring rain or not. You know, I get it, but then again, it's, you know, I was. That's my. I mean, really, come on.
Well, you know, last year here it was miserable. It was like 40 degrees. It was rainy. You see these kids running house to house like it's no big deal. Well, except for our kids, they complain the whole time. You see all these kids just running from house to house, bags dragging the ground. It wasn't going to stop them.
No.
And you know, in 15 years, when they're adults, are going to look back on it and be like, "That was one of the greatest nights of my life."
Mm-hmm. You know,
and it's just not there this year.
But it can be. It's, as a YouTuber, it's your job to make it fun.
Yep.
And I would love to find a way to make it fun, you know? There's so many things that we could put together for Halloween and do something that way, you know, just so kids are sitting at home on October 31st, you know, have something to watch, at least, you know, something entertaining, you know, with the family, you know.
Put together a spooky Saturday night geek show and friends.
Well, yeah, that's gonna have.
Whatever.
Oh man, that's gonna have to be something. Oh man. Oh yeah. Wow, I didn't even think of that. Oh my gosh. I didn't even think of that one.
So that's something to think about.
Oh yeah.
You know what? Halloween is on a Saturday. Do a Halloween get together with people in our community and have a fun, like, started earlier in the evening.
Yeah.
And just go.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe find something to put behind it and do a fundraiser through there.
Exactly. You know, just have people come on, like, you know, like, hey, look, here's the link, you know, just have it as an open link, because you know what, you can have an open link just so people can show how they're celebrating it, you know. It's just, if you see something pop up that you know it's not appropriate in StreamYard, you don't have to click it. You just like remove.
Yep.
I mean, really, there's ways around. There are ways around having an open link. So, but really like sounds great. It's kind of what I'm. Yeah, I'll explain to you later.
And everybody in the chat, you have to come up and you have to wear a Halloween costume. And
Exactly.
well, I don't have to wear a costume. I mean, I'm in mine all year round.
You got that mask your daughter hates.
Had to wear my Linda outfit.
Yeah, exactly. You guys in chat have been quiet.
Yeah, I know. That's
8 of you guys here, and you all been quiet.
I feel
Have we
like
been
I'm letting
enjoying
everybody
that?
down tonight.
No, is that or we just made them speechless tonight?
That is one of the
They're all
things that I
speechless. That's all.
kind of pride ourselves in is the chat is almost always moving. And it gives
Yep.
us something too. You know, because
Yep.
me and Danny have said it how many times, Danny? Do we plan this?
Never. There's never that conversation of, so what are we talking about on this show this week? There's never that conversation.
It's funny
It's more
because
the conversation is, hey, we're going live tonight? Yeah. Okay, cool.
I'll put it up. I'll tweet
Yeah.
it out. And then it's like 9:30 and the music's playing and I'm like, oh, what have I got?
Or it's 9:30. We're like, oh wait, it's 9:30. We gotta go.
Yeah, like tonight we're Danny's house hunting.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I'm like, hey, we got people in the
Carpet
chat.
hunting, house hunting, whatever you want to call it. But the funny thing is the whole process of that whole thing, the most expense of all this thing would be for me to move. Like move my stuff. Like my stuff.
Yeah, and you guys got a lot of stuff.
Oh my God. You guys don't even know what we have, really. I mean, like this is the studio / craft room right now. This is probably half the reason I have the light off too, is like you can see that right there is like a whole pile of Jess's craft stuff right there. Like, let me see if I can do this. Yeah, right, all her paints and stuff, the haunted house she's working on. That whole rack is hers. Hey, my mother knows. She knows what's here.
Well, it's funny. We bought this house, and one of the bedrooms was supposed to be for the kids' craft room. I've sent you pictures of the Murphy desk I built. And it's up on the wall and everything, and all of a sudden, the kids are like, "Oh, we don't like to do that stuff no more." And my wife's like, "Well, it's now my sewing room. Got a sewing machine." And then she does that, and all of a sudden, the kids are in there doing crafts, and she's like, "Oh no, it doesn't work that way."
Yeah. Exactly.
That's like downstairs in the fallout shelter. I quit streaming down there because these kids just, I mean, it's truly become the fallout shelter. These kids just got stuff everywhere down there, and it's like, how do you live like that?
Can we help you?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. Go back to your dancing.
Mm-mm.
Okay, everybody in the chat, be quiet. Linda's here.
Incorrect.
Oh man.
Everybody be nice.
So it's Shark Week, right?
I don't get into Shark Week.
I mean, I had to wear this.
Yeah, I never got into Shark Week. A lot of people do. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know a lot of people do. But I've never gotten into it.
There, but nothing.
I'm sure you hear Max around across the floor.
Oh, I hear him.
Yeah. He went out and, huh?
How can you miss that?
I don't know. he goes out and he does all of his business, he gets a cookie. My wife's
What?
trying. My wife's trying to.
It's a beautiful night out. You could hear the frogs, and it's nice and cool. And I told him we need to open the windows.
Well, if you want to hear the frogs and crickets and all that, I mean, you can come here to Georgia.
All you gotta do is open up the windows here. I mean, they're all around us. You got woods around you too.
Yeah, I do. Like right outside this the window here to the studio is all woods. And if I open the window, that's all out here is the katydids and the frogs and everything. Jess swears she swears she heard a Bigfoot out there the other night. She's like, she heard something. She's like, I heard something moving, and I don't know. She's like, it didn't sound right.
Should have told her to get the camera and get out there, Jess.
It's right. That's what I'm like. Well, why didn't you get it on film?
Yeah, it's been unseasonably cool here the last couple of nights.
She went outside. She's outside the bedroom window right now, banging on it.
She is.
Yeah. Patrick, I really wish Jessica would know that it's too hot here in Georgia right now to open a window or not. But I swear to God, she turned the air off or something. Like, I'm dying.
I was gonna say, well, I've been sitting here and it's been warm, and now that she went outside, I mean, it's 64 here. I mean, here it's not going to turn on in our house.
Before I occupied this bedroom, like totally 100%, like we are now. Before we occupied this room, like we are now, with all the electronic stuff running in here and all that, generating heat.
Yeah.
This room was the coldest room in the apartment. Now, not so much anymore. I mean, granted, I have LED lights on me for the reason of, less heat.
Yeah.
But I literally have 2 screens in front of me. The L-shaped desk here with the, computer under it. And so the computer nightmares,
Those L-shaped desks, I mean, they're nice and everything, but man, when you get behind them and you're doing stuff, it gets so hot behind them.
You see, that's why I positioned it the way I did. Was right here is a wall, and then there's a hutch on top of the desk that it came with. Obviously, with the 2 shelves and a door over here. So that's it, and then the L's on this side. But behind the L and the hutch right here is where the window is. So I literally have an office view, a window, an office with a window view,
Yeah.
So, and then I have a little fan underneath the desk, also, like one of those desk fans.
Yeah.
Like clip-on ones. Here, this one, my fan. So
I say that's probably about all you really need to keep things moving, at least.
yeah, well, I just remembered I had it and I turned it on. I'm like, why is it so hot? And then I'm like, oh wait, my fan. So, and it's quiet and you don't hear it. So
That's the nice part. Get a nice
yeah,
fan.
I
It's
mean,
nice and quiet.
I really like the setup we have is actually really good. So I'm fairly impressed on what we got going here for live streams.
Well, you get down to Florida and then things are just going to get hotter for you.
That's fine. You know what? I said it's people. I say it's people, and I'll say it's more people. And I rather the heat to the cold.
But you grew up in the cold.
I want no more cold.
I don't mind. I don't mind it getting cold. Now when it gets like that brutal stretch you get in the winter where you're going, is it going to break 10 degrees today? I could do without
I
that.
don't have that here in Georgia, but I want that feeling from like Christmas morning or like New Year's Day to be able to walk outside in a pair of shorts and like flip flops and go to the store and not freeze, you know?
Fair enough.
Like I'm done wearing all those layers of clothes and trying to go to work and done.
Yeah, that would be kind of rough.
Yeah. I don't know how we do it most times, but it's done. So
I guess for me, because of all the years I worked in the factory, being around 120 in the summer and around 100 in the winter.
yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
So,
But
I mean, middle of winter, it's 10 degrees outside. I'm going to work in a pair of shorts and a sleeveless shirt, just a sweatshirt, because I know it's going to be hot at work.
Yep. Exactly. So I don't know. But we're almost at that 2-hour mark here. Anything else we got for tonight?
No, I don't have anything else.
I'm speechless right now too. I mean, I think we're good here tonight.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think so too. So that's it. Shelly enjoys all the 4 seasons. Yeah.
Well, you get all 4 seasons where you're at.
Yeah.
I mean, being as far north, you know, here I am just at the right point where you get a little bit of spring, a little bit of fall, but it tends to go past that fall and springtime super quick.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she's farther north. She may wind up having a little harsher than I do even. But I get so tired of, one of my favorite things is that fall, spring, being around like 65 all day and through the night.
Hey, Ray J, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for coming in. Ray J's here.
Hey, Ray J. As we're about on our way out.
Yeah, see, like, no, but the whole season thing, man, like, I don't know. I know. No, I'm done. I'm good. Just give me the heat. I want my Florida. That's it. That's, half the reason why I want to move down there. So, and, Jess came to me with that whole idea anyway. So I'm like, let's go. Because from day one since she's met me, I'd be like, I want to move to Florida.
Also, this has been the plan the whole time.
For me, it hasn't really. She was like, well, I'm not dealing with Florida. And then recently she's like, well, maybe we should. It would be beneficial. So I'm like, yeah, let's go.
No, I think one day I would like to. And like I said, the kids have got to be grown and
see, that's
out of school.
Wait, here. How about this? Take the kids out of the equation. If you didn't have them, just you and Martine, what about then?
If it was just me and her and we didn't have any kids, that's probably where it would be.
See what I'm saying?
Because she's talked, I could do travel nursing and go anywhere she goes.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So, I mean, now I'm going to be I think I'll be 56 when Caitlin graduates.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe 55. But I mean, Martine's only going to be in her mid 40s, so
right.
she's got a few more years to go.
Yeah. But
So for me, I mean, I
she
could,
can get a job anywhere with what she does.
yep. And me, I could go to work for the parks or,
Yeah.
you know, hospitality, or I could do anything.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Get a maintenance job at one of the parks.
Get away.
Get a maintenance job at a
Oh,
theme park somewhere.
I'm
I'll tell you what, I would love that.
You know what? I've been looking into it. I've been looking at they haven't had anything posted on anything, but I've been looking into it. You know, because realistically, I mean, you know, with tattoos and stuff, that's the only thing I can do. I mean, look, honestly,
That's coming around too.
huh?
That's coming around too, and it's taken
Yeah.
way too long for.
But you know what though? I don't want to be a ride operator.
Well,
You
no,
know?
not a ride operator, but I would love to be. I would love to be a maintenance person at a theme park. I'd love that.
I'll be happy being the one that comes in at midnight to pressure wash the floor. I'll be happy with that.
Yeah.
And realistically, those guys, like, just to come in and do that, they get paid decent to do that. Better than, you know, during the day and stuff, you know, because you got your night stuff and all that. You know, or even coming in and being one of the teams of, you know, decorators or something, you know.
I was gonna say that. I was just getting ready to say that. I'd love to be one of the ones driving the forklift and taking the big pumpkins out.
Yeah. That's your job all night, is to move this stuff around and, you know, bring it to the people that are going to tell you where to put it.
Yep.
Okay.
I'd be like, where does it go? What time do you need me there? I'll be there 10 minutes early.
Exactly.
With my coffee in hand, ready to go.
Hey, Bax, what's going on, buddy?
So what do you got coming out tomorrow?
He's like, took her long enough to want to live in Florida. Exactly. It only took a YouTube channel.
Welcome in, Richard.
Hey, Richard, what's going on, buddy? Can we start over? Yeah, sure. Hey, guys, what's going on tonight? Welcome to the world of randomness.
Go back to talking about Splash Mountain and the seal of approval.
That's totally random, Tony.
Yes, it would be.
Have you guys seen the Splash Mountain?
Did you see Knott's Berry Farm hasn't opened any rides yet?
Exactly. That's shocking. When am I moving there? As soon as possible. Honestly. It's more of a discussion at this point than an executed thing, but basically it's two real geeks is chasing a dream. That's all it is, really. And I can't it's what it is. It's gonna happen because, hey, we moved here to Atlanta, so we can do this again. We can definitely do this again. So
only with a moving company this time.
I need the funding for the move. I need a job and a place. Oh wait, that's just everything.
I'll say, and Danny's been searching it out.
It's legit real because I started bringing boxes home from work.
Wow.
Okay.
That's
so
like,
if I did not want this to happen or have a way and try to find a way for this to happen, I would not be bringing home empty boxes.
Well, you know, that's like posting your relationship status on Facebook. That makes everything official.
Right? So, you know, honestly, it needs to happen. There's no way around it, really. Like, I've talked to you about it. It just needs to happen. Like,
yeah, we talk about Danny moving. We talk about everything we're doing, but we never seem to plan for a stream. And you know, you would think that as unplanned as our streams are, that we never talk.
When I lock myself into one of these crazy plans that I talk about and stuff, like, it seems to be the crazier it is, the more will get done.
Yeah.
Right. Like that's what did I say about the whole media thing with Six Flags? I'm like, I'm going to get it.
Yep.
I'm going to get it before I hit 1,000 subscribers. I remember.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's like, oh, okay, good luck on that. And it came. It was there. Hey, Kurt, what's going on, buddy?
What do you got coming out over the next couple of days? Well, that's what I was wondering. What's your order? You've got
finishes. I don't know. I don't know. I kind of do know. I know the next series of. I'm trying to do series of videos right now. I think.
okay.
So the next series, now that I have the computer, like, and the OBS program that that I need, like everything is on the same page here, the same line and everything. Because remember we tried, I tried doing the reviews of our own videos, right? So I want to get those done. I finally want to get those going. I want to start that series. Yeah, Rock and Rob, it is my homework. It's just a list of videos coming out for us. So,
And I mean, you've got what, about another 10 days or more of videos coming out yet?
I'll tell you
I can't
right
remember
now,
how many you had when we talked.
Today was Expedition Everest. So tomorrow you guys have oh wait, no, the journey it came out already. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's the 5th. So tomorrow is actually Smuggler's Run.
Okay.
Smuggler's Run. Then you got Winnie the Pooh. And then Friday's the Small World video, which I'd have to edit still. And I'm telling you right now, I've been procrastinating doing that video so much. I really am. I just don't want to sit through It's a Small World for a good 15, 20 minutes. So Small World's Friday. Then we got the Lion King show from Animal Kingdom. Carousel of Progress is another one. Then the actual carousel from Magic Kingdom. Wait, what? Huh. Okay. Then I got the teacups from the Magic Kingdom also. But it was obviously, with us, there's always a twist to something. So
yeah,
that teacups was actually from Mickey's Not So Scary. So it has the overlay on it.
Yeah.
And then I got the Caribbean Beach Resort video coming out on the last one that should be coming out, unless I find something else. So the last video should be Wednesday the 12th. So next week.
You'll be glad when all those are edited and out of your bucket.
So, I mean, it's more, it was more fun just to do, tell people, hey, look, we're here, we're serious, like these, I had them, I just wanted to get them out on their own. So I figured, what?
Like you said, change your pace for your channel, because you've been bringing a lot of Six Flags and
that's
some other stuff.
Really what I wanted to do was change it up, because it's just too much Six Flags on our channel, and I don't like it. Like, I don't like focusing on one park and one park only. I rather, that's why we're doing the move. This way, there's 9 parks I can focus on. 9 plus everything else on I-4 there. International Drive down there has so much more, mini golfs and whatever, We don't just do the parks, we do everything else that you can possibly think of, Like, there's a pirate dinner down there that nobody's ever really covered,
Yeah, I've I've seen one video talking about the dinner show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
let me close out of here a minute. I gotta shut something off real quick.
Uh-huh.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Woohoo. So, hey, Michael, what's going on? I didn't even see you pop in there. What's going on tonight, buddy? Kurt, well, is this just a video? Huh. Yeah. And Tony is back.
I don't know why it closed me out like that. Usually it just brings up the box. I think I
No, Kurt, you're good, buddy. I appreciate the help. I definitely do. Rocket Rob is like, Danny, get a camper, go on the road. I would love to, but realistically, it's not feasible to really do that. Like, as a mechanic, like, they break down too much. I'm being honest with you, man. They break down too much for me to actually take and go on the road like that. Maybe at some point we definitely will take it and do that. But
and something about those, they were built to run and run and run. The less you run them, the harder it seems to be on those engines. It's like semi trucks.
Yeah,
people that don't put the miles on them will tell you that they have nothing but problems with them. Well, you're not run. They are meant to be used and abused. And when you're not doing that, it's not, they're not running the way they were meant to run.
get a camera that hooks to the car. See, I'm sorry. The campers that you hook up to the back of the car, no, I protest those. I don't like that's not RVing to me. That's I don't know. Like, the whole idea of the RV is like exotic to me. I really like to have everything in one spot is awesome to me. Like, especially with the dog, with Leia and Jess and everything else like that. Like, I like the idea of them being able to go into the back of the RV, hanging out, watching TV, whatever they want to do back there while we're on the road.
You want to be sitting up there with that big steering wheel going,
right?
Hey, Linda, go get me a Coke.
It's just little things like that. It's just, or she could drive. I would, after a while, she would feel comfortable driving it, and vice versa. It's just like literally, like you literally will feel like you're feeling like you're at home.
Yeah, and it's interesting because Facebook has their marketplace, and every once in a while I go on and I just look.
And that's true, Kurt. Right there. That's the other thing too, is that we were thinking is like, okay, we're gonna make the move to Florida, and then obviously we're gonna grow from there. There's no way that we're not, taking this to where another, you know what I mean? Especially in that market, there's no way that we're not going to grow and get more, out of it, and then possibly getting the RV from that. Okay, fine. And then we'll, if we're down there, maybe have a house or something eventually. And then once that happens, then I know I have a place to put the RV. Or even better is what we were thinking of is getting to the point where we're like, okay, we can go on an extended trip, just rent the RV, and then drive it that way. This way I don't have to worry about owning the RV.
Being broke down on the side of the road and going,
yeah, that's, how much it would be to tow one of those things?
Yeah. Yeah, because you're not just getting the local yokel wrecker service out there. You're getting a big semi.
It's a semi. Even if you have your car hooked up to the trailer one, you need to get that thing towed.
Yeah.
You know?
You know, I grew up, you know, my whole childhood was riding in the reverse seat of a station wagon.
Hey, she can learn how to drive. You know what that gets? You know what that gets? Teaching the dog how to drive, you know what that gets? Here we go. That's what that gets for teaching the dog how to drive. 100%.
You know what? Here's my thing. If Danny can eat her cookies, she can drive the RV.
She really does, though. It's okay. Thank you, Kurt. Appreciate it. She does have powers. It's okay, though. But, all right. We good here?
Everybody can look forward to another week of Danny's bucket videos. And
yeah.
definitely the Saturday night. Make sure that you were there Saturday night for the snack stream. We'll be including.
It's still the midnight hangout, but we got PTV coming in on to that stream, and it's going to be the midnight snack stream. So
make sure you have your snacks with you, because if not, you may not have a Waffle House close enough to you.
This is true. This is true. But yeah, we got that coming up, and then like I said, we want to start the reviewing our own videos. We want to look back at our old videos. Not all of them, but more of our more popular.
Nick.
What's up, Nick? What's going on? How are you tonight? And we want to sit there and break down our videos and be like, wait, hold up. Why did we show this? Or, you know, give an explanation of a story behind what we were doing, or, you know, so, and actually see together how horrible the filming was.
Now, has Jess ever sat down and went back and looked at any of the old stuff you guys have done?
She goes and watches it after I put it up. She won't watch it until I post it, until I edited something. So she's watched every video that went up, but I don't know if she's actually gone back and really watched any of the old stuff. I can't say that I really have either, because some of it's real cringeworthy, in my opinion.
I went back and watched some of your old stuff just for the cheese value. But you know, in a couple of years, when I go back and look at mine, I won't be like, I already do that.
But you know what, though? It's only been a year and a half for us, though, and that's all it's been. It's in March will be 2 years. So I mean, we have like what, over 150 videos gone up so far?
I think you do. Probably more than that by now.
I can tell you right now. It's my videos 152, so that actually means it's 151, because there's a lost video out there that Jess refuses to let me put up.
Oh.
Uh-oh. There you
it's
go.
It's going to get there.
There you go.
When I get there.
You'll have it by tomorrow morning. Or tomorrow. You'll have it by tomorrow.
Hopefully. I mean, like I said, it's going to get there. You know, it's reached that point where it's far enough out. I've got, you know, this weekend, I should have at least 2, if not 3 to 4, that I'll be putting out.
Yeah.
Over a few days. You know, I don't want to put them all out at once. I plan on doing quite a bit of filming up there on Thursday when I go. And I'd seen it, and we were still talking. Which news are you talking about, Nick? I know that Cedar Point is not doing Halloween Weekends. Neither Kings Island, Carowinds, and Kings Dominion are not going to open, and Oxbury Farms do not have any rides open. I didn't know if you'd seen something.
You see, this is what I'm talking about right here. Thank you, Kurt. Thank you, Kurt, for that. Like, this is what we aim for.
And Kurt, that's one of the reasons why I was drawn to Danny and Jess, and I think we mesh so well because I mean we are who we are off the screen, but when we're on the screen, we're respectful, and we do not want to be like that because that's not the type of people we are.
Yeah, I know exactly. Like things may get weird, but they don't get to the point where it's weird, where it's like, whoa, I can't let this happen. You know.
Yeah, because I mean, I got four kids, that are young, and they watch you too. I'm very cognizant of that, and that's what we want to bring. I want my kids to be able to sit down and watch me do a live stream. I allow my kids to come in here and talk. I would not allow them to do that if we had any type of, um, if we were vulgar in any way or we weren't respectful of the people that are in here watching us. We want you to be able to go, hey, I got a 7-year-old kid. I want them to sit here and laugh along with them. One of the things we say might be whale watching.
I wish there's nowhere down here in Georgia. I'll tell you this: what I can do is when we make the move to Florida, I can go dolphin watching.
Yes, you can.
When's the last time you've seen anybody go dolphin watching?
It's funny. My son Brandon, the one that was in some of my videos, went with him and his brother went with their mom to Virginia Beach here a few weeks ago, and he come back and he goes, well, he called me every day. He's like, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and he goes, we're getting ready to get on a boat. I don't know what we're doing yet. I was like, oh, maybe you're going whale watching. Pick him up. I go, you never did tell me what you did. He says, we went to watch dolphins, and he goes, really bad for him. He goes, because they were chasing them and everything. And I'm like, I guess I can see your point on that. He's 12 years old. He's at that too cool for the room, but yet still has those kid feelings. And he's like,
Yeah,
it's like the boat was chasing him, and I felt like they were making him jump. And I'm like, you know what? For that fleeting second, because what isn't as cool as watching some dolphins together in a pod.
right.
I was like, wow.
Like, I never thought of that.
Yeah, I do kind of feel bad for them because they're just out there living their dolphin lives, doing dolphin things, and here comes this boat like,
oh my God.
so I'm like, okay, I see what he's saying.
That's a new saying. Okay. Living their dolphin lives, doing dolphin things. I love it. I love it.
I mean, it's not like they were just waiting around going, oh, I can't wait till the boat gets here. No, they hear a boat coming. They're like, okay, let's go.
We gotta get out of here again. Let's go, guys.
And they're jumping and stuff, and we're like, oh, cool, they're jumping. They're like, oh, we gotta get out of here. Big, scary, loud thing coming.
Yep.
I'm like, poor kids. Like, he's like feeling bad for the dolphins and everything, and I'm like,
I don't feel bad for dolphins.
no. So you're saying you want a nice big dolphin sandwich, or?
You know what? After hearing about their caves, I'm good. And if you guys don't know what a dolphin cave is, I am not explaining it. Not on this. You can private message me and ask me about dolphin caves if you really want to know. But I'm really sorry if I tell you.
We're trying to keep that family friendly rating. Is that what you're saying?
100%. Dolphin caves are not family friendly. Just a PSA.
Oh, okay. So you're saying they're in a cave with their
Yeah.
dolphin friends doing dolphin things?
Not necessarily dolphins. I've heard of stories. I've heard stories where there's been humans.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We're gonna leave it at that. We're gonna leave those dolphins alone.
So they're just down there dolphin around, huh?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it is
Okay.
11:30, so it's okay. I guess, talking about this the way we are, so it's okay. But
But we'll just leave the dolphining to the dolphins.
please, please.
Oh, yeah. Kurt's son Jace is watching. We don't want to ruin
Hey,
his image.
Chase, what is up, buddy? How are you? Glad you're watching this and our craziness.
I have a hard time believing anybody watches this, let alone their kids as well. mean-
You'll be surprised, Tony.
There is no stream outside of Saturday nights is less
Hold on.
prepared than we are.
Let me tell you this. So I have family in Minnesota. Okay. I get a message about 2 days ago from my cousin, who I probably haven't seen or talked to in like many, many years. Okay. She messages me. She was like, "Hey, I hear, basically my father told her that I have a YouTube channel." She was like, "It is awesome." She's like, "I've been watching everything you've done." I was like, "Wait, I have family that watches my YouTube channel outside of my parents? Awesome. I feel like I have accomplished something."
See, I told you I'd amount to something.
Yeah, like honestly, like me and Jess are like, none of our friends want to hear about this stuff. Why don't like did you see me on Facebook? Anything I post I have no filter when I post or where I post and how I post. You've seen it, Tony.
Yeah.
Like if something goes up on Twitter, it's gonna come on Instagram and Facebook at the same time. And everywhere. I'm just gonna flood the market. Because you're gonna see it. You're gonna see what I've done, And Jess is like, let me give you she's like, none of our friends care what we're doing. They probably hate us for it. So stop. I'm like, nope. I'm like, they can watch what I'm doing and how we're achieving something. So we can just be like, ha, gotcha.
See what Kurt said? He said he meant Chick-fil-A while watching, not whale watching. But we think it would be great if you were eating Chick-fil-A, watching us, and whale watching all at the same time.
That would be awesome.
I mean, whales, Two Real Geeks, Fantasmic Chronicles. That's a great mix. And no dolphin caves. Just saying.
Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. I don't know about that either, Kurt. I haven't heard anything about what Helen's doing for Oktoberfest yet either. So, and it is all centered around beer. So that would.
They do say that alcohol does kill the virus. Now they say rubbing alcohol, but I mean, once you say alcohol, I mean, true.
You know what that?
You know what that gets.
You know what that gets.
That gets. Yep.
Speaking of whales, it's like, hey, there's its dinner. Oh, man.
Danny, didn't you have a special one?
Which?
A special seal of approval? No, not that one. Nope, not that one.
Oh, yes. Wait, hold on. So, yeah. So, Jonathan, your comment does get this one. You ready? Here. Sorry.
I mean,
Yep. Kurt, that's okay. We know he responded. I know he's on the TV, but it's fine. That is awesome. We're here to say hi to him.
as long as he's enjoying us and you feel comfortable with it, that makes us happy.
Jonathan liked that one. Guys, for a very low super chat, you can also save the whales. And we can the more we get, the more the whales
The more
go up.
whales we can save.
The more whales we could save tonight. This is the Save the Whales all night telethon.
You know, speaking of whales, saving the whales, you know how random things just pop in your head. When I can't remember if we've ever talked about whether you were a Seinfeld guy or not. Were you a Seinfeld guy? Did you ever see the one where Kramer drives the golf ball into the whale's blowhole?
Yes. Yes. And it ends up on the beach? Yes.
Yeah. And somebody hit a golf ball into his porthole. Or his blowhole. Yep. That gets the seal of approval right there.
Yeah. Yeah. But I can't.
Yeah. And he's like, we can't show this one.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, we can. Yeah, we can. Jonathan will understand.
This is kind of why we were late coming on to the stream tonight, because I was playing around with seals of approval.
Well, and houses.
And housing for in Florida. But hey, for $600, that house was awesome.
Yes, it was.
$600.
Yes, it was.
I'm not showing them
$300.
the house. I'm not showing them the house because too many of them live down that way.
Well, I understand.
That's my house.
I really do. That was a really nice house.
It was for rent. Heck yeah, $600 a month for rent. The screened-in porch and everything. Shoot, yeah. I mean, the only thing it was missing was a pool.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to live in Florida without a pool. And I'm not even really a pool guy.
But you know what, though? I can go to a water park.
True. Yes, you can.
And honestly,
with your GoPro.
We have, yeah, exactly. And we have a pool here in our complex. I think we only used it. Well, I used it maybe once or twice. Jess has never used it, so.
Oh, you guys have a pool at your complex?
Yeah, I used it maybe 1 or 2 times, and that was it. Nothing, no other times other than that.
Were you guys able to open that pool this year?
Nope. They didn't open it. They were waiting for the county to come and approve it, but they never came in to approve it. So I guess by this point, it's not going to get approved.
No. By the time they get it open and spend the money to
go to bed. It's midnight.
Well, not yet.
Up. Yeah.
All right. I think we're good.
I think so too. Almost 2.5 hours in.
Yep.
We've had fun.
We were random.
Like always. It's okay.
We had seals. We had whales.
Dolphins.
We had and caves. We had Splash Mountain. We had Six Flags, Cedar Fair parks.
Disney.
We had
a lot of Disney things, you know.
talked about doing a fundraiser.
Yeah,
I think we covered it all tonight.
that the fundraiser I have in mind needs to happen.
And everybody, make sure every morning at 10 o'clock, make sure you're coming back here to Two Real Geeks and checking out for at least the next 8 days the POVs he's putting up from Disney.
But here's the
Showing
How are
some.
you guys feeling about that 10 o'clock release? Because we've been playing with that.
I think when you're just doing a release, I think the earlier you put it out, the better it shows up. Just because if you get some early hits at 10 o'clock, it's going to show up a little bit more. He went from Disney to animals.
Disney
Yeah.
had animals. Animal Kingdom. Hello. And Sean from Mickey Views
Mickey
gave
Sighting.
it $5. Mickey. Wow. I just upped his channel there, huh?
Yeah.
Mickey Sightings gave us that awesome $5 super chat tonight. He came in at the point where we were talking about how I want to start giving back to communities and, well, not like, to the community.
Charities and into the community. Yeah.
Random giving paying it forward to random people, especially in the parks and stuff like that. So,
But like Jonathan said, not to whales.
exactly. So the
He
10
wants to
o'clock
give it to dolphins, but not to whales.
for these kind of videos, because I don't really like. Yeah, we do premieres, but we really don't do many premieres.
No, you really don't.
Like if it's something big, we're gonna premiere it. But like other than that, like I'm just trying to find that time slot where I can lock myself into to say, yeah, this is 10 o'clock. And 10 o'clock seems to have fit pretty well because our viewers seem to come online around noon from the whole graph thing that YouTube has now for us creators. So most of my stuff comes on right around noon. So I'm like, all right, 10 o'clock, and then kind of lets it be there as people get on. So
continue to check those out. Make sure if you are watching it, give it a thumbs up, leave it a comment. It does help bring it up in the algorithm better.
Yeah.
And shameless plug for myself, if you haven't yet and you've never been to Cedar Point in Ohio, make sure to go check out my video on Cedar Point. I will be having some more coming up over the weekend and in the next week. And just like Jonathan said, go get yourself a Real Geek shirt.
There's the Leia shirts on there too.
Yes, there is.
You all want one of those because they're awesome. Leia's Rockstar shirt.
There are no leggings.
No, there are none.
No leggings.
Stop. But guys,
he's welching.
We are good. We are out. Have an awesome night. And not that one, this one. Okay. Later.